This is the Choosing Joy podcast with me, Jody Lynn Turpin. Take a breath, feel it all, choose joy anyway. Hello and welcome back to the Choosing Joy podcast. It's me, Jody Lynn Turpin. Today I have on a guest that honestly the timing of this for everything happening in her life and my life is just so aligned and beautiful. I have on Juliana Joy Fox. You know, I had to use your whole name because you
I
have a
love
good
it.
story.
Thank you.
Yes. So seriously, Juliana wears a lot of hats and they're very beautiful, magical, amazing hats. She has a new event space in her home in Howell. So a very new event host and already like just jumping right into it.
Yep.
She is the most magical hairstylist.
Aw.
Come on. It's like it's another level event getting your hair cut by her, honestly. One of my
You made
favorite
me
things
cry
about
already.
I know we already were crying and now we we stopped. We pulled ourselves together and now she's crying again. It's okay. I will too. She is the coolest roller skater. Like even like at the roller rink, but also she can like roller skate on the streets, which I strive for this. She's a mama. She does astrology readings. She's a new homeowner. I already mentioned that. And she has an event coming up called Reclaim. And I really want to dive deep into this. But honestly, welcome one of the coolest women I know.
Aw, thank you. Oh God, are you sure you're talking about me? No, I'm just kidding. Uh,
I
well, thank
know.
you so much.
Yes. I know it. And there's so many things to say about you too. Like there's just this huge list. Even when I had my hair cut by you the other time, and you've cut both my boy's hair. I
Yep.
had I had like what did I do? Did I do Reiki? Was it
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we
And so
did.
as I was getting the conditioning treatment, I'm just laying there and it felt so good and relaxed, like the full service. Could we do that for like 12 hours? I know it's a lot to ask of one human.
So good. It was you and me, like both of us. So
But
it's
it was so
the energy
beautiful.
of two.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. So I really wanted to have you on here because I think the event Reclaim that you're hosting is so important and so special in the way that you're bringing women together. And would you like to just tell a little bit more about it? Like what it
Ah,
is and why?
yes.
I won't ask too many questions in a row. I'm going to sit back.
Okay. So reclaim is something that landed in my heart recently and was planted and seeded in my heart like about 4 years ago. I was in a writing group with a bunch of people, not just women, people, humans, and there was a woman that shared about a block, like a creative block. And so when we went into the writing, it's like almost like I channeled this and just wrote and it just spilled out of me. And then I recognized that it was much like my own story and I mean any person that has had a dream when they were a little kid and then has life happen and then is an adult and goes, "Oh, where did it go?" And so it's just the journey of a little child with these joy like, wonders and dream like wonders, and then somewhere along the line life gets them down, and it's the process of that. And so there's like then it's this reclamation, it's called reclamation of a dream. And so I wrote this, I recorded it actually because I also lead yoga nidra, and I was going to the west side of Michigan to record with my friend Jeremy. And he's like, do you have anything extra you could read, like something you could just read so I can get the sound right? Oh yeah, I have this poem. So I read the poem. It's kind of a short story. It's about 5 minutes almost. And so that just sat with me for a long time. And then I moved away to Colorado, moved back recently in June. And I just felt this calling of like that poem is something. And it sparked reclaim. It was like, I was like, God, there's something on my mind. It's like, I want to start a women's event. I want to start a podcast. I want to start, like, just a revolution, really, but in the best way of community connection. So I sat down one night and I just brainstormed and started writing and coming up with different ideas. And then Reclaim came. I hosted a retreat with two ladies, um, a couple years ago, and it was called Retreat, but the re was in parentheses. And so that came into my mind, and I'm like, oh my God, reclaim. Because I was like, reclamation of voice or reclamation of blah, 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 blah. Like, that's a mouthful. Like, nobody wants that. Like, I mean, it's cool. It's great. Everybody can relate. But I was like, oh my God. And so I got excited and I was shared with my partner, and he's like, oh, that sounds good. And so I was like, okay. So reclaim, so the re is in parentheses. And I wanted to bring multiple generations of women together. So it's a multi-generational women's event, uh, surrounding pillars of resilience, redemption, and reclamation. And so I have chosen some speakers, and we actually met last night on a Zoom call and kind of just get to do a powwow and get connected. And oh my gosh, these women are amazing. And I know all of them personally, and they've come into my life at different parts of, in different ways. And there's a thread that's similar within them all. So there's a collective energy that I'm hoping to bring, and to, like you said, helping one woman in the room is enough. Like, it doesn't have to land for every single person. I want it to, even if it's just one person, because that one person can go out and change the world also. And it's on the anniversary of my grandmother's passing, and it's actually the same day. She passed on a Saturday, and it's going to be on a Saturday. And so there's just like a reclamation for me, and also an honoring of her and how she changed my life so much. So it's an honoring of her, and just her legacy also. So it's like really dear to me, and yeah, I get emotional.
Right,
So
jeez.
I hope that there's lots of tears of joy, of also just reflection and compassion for each of the women that sit in the chairs at the event in this beautiful home that I live in now. Well, I don't live there yet, but it's gonna be soon. We're moving. We're in the middle of moving too, so
It's
yeah.
very exciting.
Yeah.
This feels so good because when we learn from like somebody older than us, or I feel like nowadays, even more the younger people, they're so
Oh,
spiritually connected.
yeah.
They're like so far ahead. Like I'm
Yeah.
about to be 45, and like you meet a 16 or a 17-year-old and you're like, they just blew my mind and changed my life. So like
Yes.
that now we've got like the Crohn's and they're only, 18, and then there's
Yeah.
maidens who are 70. So it's really,
Yeah, it's so neat.
really
It's
beautiful.
neat,
Yeah.
and it's also neat to be with whatever age you are, to like tune into those early parts, and like the elder parts, the crone parts of wisdom. Like, it's nice to be your own age and also reflect on that in the future, like before and after, and young, youthful, and then the elder also. So that's kind of the poem kind of talks about that too, where
Yes.
that woman that recognizes something says to her younger self, like, what happened, what's going, and then is connecting with both parts. So it's non-linear. It's more like a collective of your whole life, even if you haven't lived it yet, that there was a message you sent to the future self to connect with when you forget and then you remember. It's like, okay, here we go. We're going to go. All of us are walking together.
Yes.
And so it's a very esoteric and very out there. And I want it to be tangible also, that someone can come and have something that they're going through, and there's a tangible action step that they've taken from the event into their lives, and they reclaim something or claim something. That's why the parentheses are there.
Oh,
It's like both.
It's
the
beautiful.
claiming and the reclamation also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Juliana, I've heard this poem. You sent it to me like a while back, maybe a couple
Hmm.
months ago. Absolutely
Yeah.
beautiful, layered.
Oh, thanks.
I mean, amazing. And so when people come to the event, what is it going to look like? Like it's a full day?
Ooh, okay. Yeah. So the
And you don't have to give away
agenda.
all the secrets.
Yeah, so the agenda, it's on the website. It's from 10 to 4.
Okay.
And so the 10 to 11 is just optional. It's not, necessary. You can come at 11:30 is when I would say the doors would open for the actual speaking event. So 10 to 11 will be a sacredly curated marketplace for vendors to, share their goods. And so you can shop a little bit if you want to. You don't have to. Not everybody's a shopper. But for those, and especially one of my friends, Sarah, she's like, I like to shop. She's like, I want to shop. I'm like, all right, cool. There's something for everyone. So that will be 10 to 11. And also the night before, there'll be this is an open house. So this is not reclaim. It's just an open house and a gathering for mostly women, but men are allowed also. I don't want to exclude anybody. It's an open house. I just want to share the home, get of people kind of just gathered together. And so that's from 6:30 to 8:30. It's on your birthday on
Yes.
March 13th, Friday the 13th. And that is the vendor space. So that will be a fun night. I'm going to call it Mocktails and More, or I've called it Mocktails and More. My son's girlfriend will be slanging mocktails, and we're going to have snacks and stuff like that. So it's just a fun little gathering. It's free. And also that night, I'm going to give away a ticket for the next day. So if you've already bought a ticket and you come the night before, that gives an opportunity to bring a friend for free. So it's just something that I am excited about offering. So Saturday, go back to Saturday. Saturday's 10 to 11 is that. And then we will kind of 11 to 11:30, people pack up and get their things all kind of tied up, the vendors. And then 11:30 will be getting to settle in, right? And 11:45 will be a blessing and an intention setting. For the food, we will just for the food we will nourish our bodies with. We want to bless that. And then by noon, we'll start the luncheon. And then we'll eat probably from 12 to 1 and clean up, get everything off the tables, and then the speakers will start at 1 until 4. So I'm like so excited. I have one, maybe possibly a young lady I need to speak with, but I'm hoping that she will start it off with a really beautiful song. She's got a beautiful voice and share a little bit of her story. But for now, there's 4 speakers, and I'm hoping that I have the other one. And then we'll do, there'll be about 20 minutes each
Mhm.
and some breaks in between. I like to move around so everybody's not like, stuck in their
Right.
chair. It's like we want to move around. I have 4 full bathrooms in the home, so there's plenty of potty breaks that everybody can take. And we'll do some guided exercises also in between. And I'm going to do some giveaways. So I have some donations and some really cool giveaways. One is a free night at a resort on the west side of the state. And Francie Richards is one of our speakers. She owns the retreat and resort. Um, so she's going to donate a night. And so that's like a prize worth $600 almost.
Yes.
And then I'll be giving away some readings and some hair ceremonies, and there's going to be some baking classes that are going to be giveaways. So there's just a cool little self-care package, um, basket, and a lot more. So I'm excited about that part. And then we'll end, and then it's open. Like if you want to stay, you can stay and connect with women that you met. There'll be some connection opportunity with your table mates, and it's, come as you are. There's no There's no organized seating chart or anything like that. It's like wherever you feel called to land, you land and you sit with who you're supposed to meet, and we'll have some connection opportunities. So, and then we talked last night, the speakers and I, and one lady, she actually gave it up. A suggestion to do a Q&A at the end, and I think that
Mm.
that is gonna be really neat. So, we'll have a bowl for people to drop in their questions for the speakers, so it'll be neat. I think it's gonna be cool.
Oh,
And yeah. Yeah, just about connection and community. I really felt there was such a need and a call, and so now that I moved back to my homeland, I'm ready to like, I did some really hard work out there in Colorado and Washington, and it was not pretty, not fun, and necessary, so, you know, it's like
always worth it.
I think yeah, we all have that story to share, and so that's my
Mhm.
hope is that you find friends that you didn't know before or build and connect that stronger foundation for your friendships with women, because I think we have a woman wounding, I've experienced it myself in my younger days. And now I'm like, oh no, the women are where it's at. And they have guided me and supported me in so many ways. And, the woman within has supported me. And, so that's my hope to get everybody together just in one space and then continue that,
Yeah.
for the future, that future connections.
Ugh, I
Yeah.
love this so much. It's
Mm.
I think it's gonna just be such a nourishing space that all these women are held and you're holding each other. And I agree about the women wounding. Like
Yeah.
now, I feel like the women I surround myself with are my biggest cheerleaders, my biggest,
Yeah.
I don't know, they're like your sisters that, but
Yes.
like in this deeper new
Ah,
way. And I
yeah.
love it so much.
Yeah.
Gosh, this sounds so I have so many things to say, like 800 things are coming to my brain as usual. So when Juliana first got this house, and we still need to like learn the story of how that came
Oh,
about,
it's a
but
cool one.
also, yes, she did like a tour. So like the outside, even just like the outside is so beautiful when you're going up.
Yeah.
And then like the space, did all those chairs come with the house?
No, I'm a marketplace
Yeah, that's a
junkie.
lot of chairs. I was like,
I Thank you to the woman that posted and said, "I have these chairs for sale." In Owasso, the country club up there, they
oh,
had a donation. So it's like generosity is such a part of this also. So generosity, it's like someone donated money to get new chairs for this space, and then I was the recipient of the old chairs, and they're beautiful. They're
they're
perfect, and they
so
actually go with the
beautiful.
color scheme. So I picked up a U-Haul little trailer, and I ran my little butt up there with my mom, and my friend Elizabeth came to meet with her husband to load them, and we've got 55 chairs. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
This
It's
isn't
pretty
a
cool.
joke space. It's very large.
No.
It's super, super cool.
Yeah,
And I think like so I think the Howell area is absolutely beautiful. There's so many the city alone is so cute and like the
it
spaciousness
is.
of the area, but
Yes.
like and it's accessible. So it's not super far from Ann
No,
Arbor or any of the Metro
pretty
Detroit area.
it's pretty close, like to 96. Latson and 96 is like, the probably where you would get off if you're coming from the west end of the state or Ann Arbor.
Yeah.
And then if you're coming up from north, you'd probably take 23 and get off. So it's on 22 acres. It's pretty magnificent.
I didn't know
And
that.
right,
I
and my
like the number
partner's a
22.
landscaper, and he loves like the trees, and so he's cleared some places for parking. I'm like, oh, it's parking now, yay! It's like it's been exciting. It's also a lot of work, and it's really fun. I don't know
Mhm.
if he would agree with the fun part, but he loves. He's a worker. He's a worker. So
That
yeah.
that is so beautiful. Like I mean You gotta go on you still have it posted about the little tour of our I mean, it's really cool. I
Yeah,
was like it
I
was like a
have like a
TV show as you
drive-in.
were
Yeah, I have
yeah,
like
you
a
were posting, I'm like,
drive-in.
"Whoa, that's
Yeah,
really
there's
cool."
so it's like
So
a tree-lined driveway and it goes to the back, and there's a creek that goes through the back of the property. It's pretty neat. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
oh, I wanna come there in the
And
summer and look at all the plants, and I'll put, like I don't know, I love looking through trees and, like, finding the plants. I know that's a weird thing to say right then, but I just really like, "Can I just walk around
no,
your
I
property?"
love and I want to learn. So come and
Perfect.
teach me.
Okay. So, tell me, like, how did getting this house come about? I know
Oh,
it's a unique story. It's just so cool.
I know. It is pretty neat. So it happened very fast. So my partner has a home. We that's a whole nother story. That's crazy.
That's a good story too.
I moved back from Colorado in June, and he was he knows he has to leave his house. He has to get a different house because he can't operate out of it the in the way that he wants to. So we needed to find a house. So I said, "Tell me the whole story." This was on December 12th. So 12/12, I think it was a Friday, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And I was like, "Tell me the whole story from beginning to end." I'm like, "That is," and I just like, "Oh my gosh, that's a lot. That's hard." And I'm like, "Okay, what do you want? What's your dream? What do you wish for?" And let me write it down. And I wrote it down. 20 acres, a place that I have a warehouse, like an outer building. What else? Like 5 miles, 5 to 6 miles from town, on a paved road as close as possible. We all those things came is present. He was not specific enough to say I need power in that outhouse, like in that outer warehouse. So we have to run power. We have to get that going.
That's easy.
Yeah, and our nephew's a electrician, so we might talk to him. So it's like cool how things just connect. So okay, that was the 12th. That was a Friday. I said, "Hey, my girl Sarah is a realtor. Let me message her right now, and I'll tell her I need to talk to you. We need to sit down." Okay. He's like, "There's nothing out there. I've looked." I said, "Oh, well, you're with me now, so magic happens, okay?" And like we will create this. I don't know if I do it as well for myself, but I do it for others. And I'm like, yeah, there's so many possibilities. So I say, Sarah, hey, tell her the story. She's like, okay, how about we meet next Thursday? Are you free? Yes, I'm free. Okay. Meet at the coffee shop in Brighton. Well, fast forward to Wednesday. Chris is like, I found our dream home. I go, what? And I go, "Don't mess with me. This is beautiful. Like this is like my retreat center." Like, because we had talked when we first became friends again after like a 20-year hiatus. We talked again, and a lot of forgiveness in our relationship. And we were telling each other our dreams as friends, and with a relationship, with business ideas, like what do we want to do and create in our lives. And I was like, I would love to host retreats and open a space for that, or just events for people to connect and heal and build community. So, fast forward, it's like he's like, "I found your dream home, and it's like a retreat center." And I'm like, "What?" Look at it. I'm like, "Oh my gosh." And I'm like, "There's no way." I'm like, "Don't mess with me. I'll show Sarah, but like, how is this possible?" Well, I meet with Sarah the next day and I tell her, he either needs to get a commercial property and we'll stay at the home that we're in, or we need to find for both. And she goes, okay. So we caught up and we've been friends since we were like 13 or something crazy. So it was just cool and a good connect with a woman, and to be back in the space of Michigan with her. And she's like, let's do it. I'm ready. I'm like, okay. And I go, well, okay, so Chris found this really cool property. I don't know if it's feasible. And I showed her, and she's like, "If you sell your house or if you have your house and you buy a commercial property, that is that house." I'm like, "Oh, okay." She's like, "If you wanna look at it, it's got an elevator, like, I wanna go check this out. So, like, even if it's just for fun, let's go." And I go, "Okay." So she set it up, that was Thursday. She set it up for Saturday, the 20th of December. So this is 8 days after we had
Mhm.
talked about the dream. Okay. We go, we spent, like, 2 hours here. And we walked the property, we walked the house, like, and we're just like, "Oh my god," we're like little kids, like, so joyful. We're like, "Oh my gosh." And then this house, and like, "Where are we in this house? This is crazy. What is going This is so crazy. It's got a watchtower. What?" It's got, like, all these weird little spots, and it's so unique. It had this really cool medieval room that is, like, brick filled. It's like, "What is this place? This is crazy. Who was this person that lived here? This is really neat." And, we found out later that he was a very, I think, like, he was a firearms instructor. He also housed veterans, is what I've learned. And so it was kind of a retreat. It was a place of healing, I think, and he was more of a doomsday prepper, I believe, uh, and also a very big family man. And the energy of the house feels, even though the firearms thing I don't really align with, I feel that it was, he had a benevolence about him, so it felt really good. I didn't know all this. So then, okay, fast forward, we put in an offer on New Year's Eve, actually.
Aw.
And so we were one of three offers. Two were contingent, ours was non-contingent, and they went with us. We found out later, also, oh, this is such a weird story. Sarah posted photos, like real estate life, like hashtag life of a realtor or whatever. And she posted and commented, said, "That's my father-in-law's house."
Aw.
Well, come to find out, that woman is the sister-in-law to Sarah's sister. So,
How weird.
Sarah's I know, it's wild. Sarah's sister, her husband's sister, is the daughter-in-law of the man that owned this home. It was just, like, too many weird things that kinda, like, were like, "I guess this is supposed to happen because it went really fast. So we closed, I think, on January 29th.
Jeez.
And so, yeah, it's like, whoa, I cannot believe it. It was just really, and we did, and I said to the universe, I said, if this is not a place of healing, and like that, there won't, like, I want longevity for my partnership with Chris. And if this isn't the space for that to occur, I don't want it. Like, I give it all over to the universe, like, please, this is my intention, is to build a legacy with a person and a partner and our family and everything. So, which is another part of the story of, like, reclamation, really. Chris is the father of my child, and we have a 25-year-old, and we were together when we were young, and we got into drugs together, and we were really having a hard time. I ended up Addiction ripped us apart. When we were I was 23, he was 26. And I got clean and I got sober and I kind of changed my whole life. And he didn't. And time went on and he finally got it together. And I think the story of us is that redemption and resilience, redemption and reclamation. And it's a weird story, and it usually doesn't go this way. We got back together, and a lot of forgiveness and a lot of reflection and looking past anger and resentment and the stories that I created in my mind of who this person was true for some time. And then it wasn't. And it hit me a few years ago. It's like, I have to forgive this man. We were estranged. He was not involved in my son's life. That's tender. And my son, I have to say, my son is very. So he said, "Mom, why would?" Because I said, Chris wants to talk to you." And we talked, and we talked for hours and hours and hours the first time. And it was such a beautiful, he sat with everything I had to say. He didn't wince, he didn't like waver, he held space for me like no man has ever done before, and let me speak and let me tell him how it was for me. And he, made amends. And so my son, I said, this is what is going on. If you want to talk to him, he would love to talk to you. And your choice is your choice, and it's okay. And Chris was like, your blessing would mean so much to me, to talk to him. I go, like, he's a grown man. He's a grown person. He can make his own decisions. Dylan said, why would I hold someone back from healing? And like, so that was so special. And the first time they talked for 7 hours. And so, like, this is a child, like a grown man that didn't have his father for his whole life, pretty much from age, uh, he was almost 3 when we split up. And, um, so there's just this reclamation of our family, this reunification of our family that has happened. And so now we all work together in a landscape company that Chris owns. And now we have this home that I can host these events. And, he just wants to provide and create a legacy. I think he learned a lot in his life about not showing up for people and being estranged from, family, and now coming back around to what is important. It is showing up, it is being there, it is creating a legacy that doesn't just end with you, and it continues on. And to honor the grandparents, the elders. And that's kind of what he always talks about is, even though the estrangement happened, there's like this drive in him to do better for his grandparents that are no longer here. His mom and dad are both alive, and there's been a reconciliation with everyone. So it's been so cool. And that's a story to be told,
Yeah.
definitely.
Oh,
So it's a
that
stretching, and it's not what I wanted. So it's like in a million years would I have created this or imagined this? Never. So, what my brain can come up with in Storyland and what is possible are two very different things. So, it's like, I think for viewers to just remember the call that comes, and it sometimes is really hard. It's hard to like walk when you know a truth has landed with you. It's hard to walk it. And so we have to find resources to support us to get to the place where we do the hard thing and then bring it into our world. And then there's a ripple effect. There's a seed that plants, and it can grow and sprout. And so it's like going from hair, so I still do hair, and then going to like landscaper. It's interesting because it's all similar. It's
mhm.
like hair grows out of the head, well, plants grow and trees grow and grass grows, and we're cleaning it and pruning it and making it beautiful. So it's really kind of neat how we both chose these professions to make things beautiful. And, so anyways, it's just, yeah, it's a lot. And I hope that I just explained it correctly.
I love your "a lot" though. Like, I have to point out so many things. Okay,
Yeah.
number 1 is that your certainty in what is supposed to be yours and is meant for you is like a level that I think we should all strive for. That it's okay that things maybe it wouldn't work out. You were like neutral about the
Yeah.
home. And that
Yeah.
is like that is something that it takes people lifetimes to feel into that certainty and that just like that calmness, like you're right at the middle ground. And it's okay
Yeah.
if it happens and it's okay if it doesn't happen. And I know I will
Yep.
be blessed with what is supposed to happen.
Yes.
So
Yes.
thank you for being that way
Yeah.
because it just like opened up this whole world to a whole bunch of people, not only your beautiful, like reconnected family, but also like all the people you will host in your home. I think that's
Oh,
amazing. Number
yeah.
2, I was taking notes while you're so beautiful.
Oh,
Having that having your partner sit there and listen is such a divine masculine thing. I know this because I also have this, but it took time to get to that where, like, they're not triggered,
yes.
like, fighting back. They just, like, let you,
Yes.
like, pour yourself in what needs to flow through. That is beautiful. I'm fangirling over your relationship now.
Thank
And
you.
your family relationship's
It's
so
not
nice.
easy though. You know that. It's not freaking easy. Like
No, it's
sometimes
not.
it's like, whoa.
And
And you
then
have two
number
passionate
8,
people.
yes,
Like it's
but
like,
you've done a great job as a mom because for your son to say, "Why would I ever hold anyone's healing back?" It's exactly how I feel about everything. I'm not holding anything against anyone. So, like, for him at a younger age, and it is 25 is young, really.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
for him to see that and, like, support you both in that, oh my gosh, that's when you really got me. That was like the
I know. It got
and
me. I
also
was like,
I don't know why I'm reviewing everything you just said, but I just have to, I guess. But, like, thank you for making the extremely hard choice to become sober and clean too. I know you've talked about this with me before. I think the first time I met you when you were doing my hair, we were together for a
yeah.
long time, I think a couple hours that day. And
Yeah.
my dad was an alcoholic and struggled back and forth until, he passed away very young at 50. And so, you know, the choice that is so hard that a lot of people don't understand that. They're just stop doing this, just stop doing that. That's
Yeah.
not it. It's different inside of
Yeah.
you. And to make that choice still probably to this day, nah, no thanks, no thanks, no thanks. It's such a beautiful story. Are you
No.
going to write a book?
Always wanted to. And now with like transcribing and like, it's funny. I was with a partner in previous years and his dad was a lawyer, so he would dictate.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh, I
like,
do it all the
I'm
time.
like, maybe I could do it that way.
Mhm.
So over my, last however long this journey of life, I started to do record when I would have an inspiration. So I have all these voice notes and
Yeah.
all my friends know, like I send like a TED talk. It's like, hey,
Same, same. We have the
it's like
technology. Come on.
it's like sometimes it's easier, you're so busy and it's like listen at your leisure to my TED talk, a
I know,
voice
but it's
memo.
good.
But it's good, it's connection,
Yeah.
right? And it's
And I
in
think
the
your
moment.
voice is more than sometimes like the written word sometimes
Text.
it's hard for people to like
Yeah,
read
the
it or get the
inflection.
full emotion.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I say everything. I leave
Yeah.
so many voice notes too. And I like record myself like crazy as well. Of course, I have about 7,000 journals, but sometimes I
Yes.
will record myself while I'm writing.
Yes. Yeah, no, it's true. I know. And like sometimes things, it's like the channeling thing. Sometimes it's like what I recognize when I have a weird dream and I wake up, it's like I get my phone and I record it in my voice and it's like groggy and I'm like, "Rah, rah, rah."
The
But
sexy voice.
I think over time, like these little captures of moments, like I'll do it all the time when I see like an animal in the wild, I will record. So I used to drive, like I drove across the country and back in 2020, in December 2020. I kind of ended the year and began the 21 year on a road trip. I'd always wanted to do it since I was a little girl, like, and I finally did. And I could, and nobody was with me. It was like I was free. And so I would do these like recordings. Oh my God, I just saw blah, 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 like a bald eagle or whatever. It's like I just would record all this. Now I have these glasses, these meta glasses that will record things like when I'm in the wild. So I'll just hit record and I'm like, oh my God, I just saw a bald eagle the other day, 2 days in a row on my birthday, and then the day after on the eclipse. And I was like, wow. And I record. with my glasses, and it was perfect. It's like, so these documentations, yes, I would love to gather all of my journals and all of my recordings and compile something, because I always loved reading about people's stories.
Mhm.
That's part of the reclaim too. It's like I love hearing people's stories because it's like you can identify something within someone else's story and then hopefully catalyze and like metabolize and integrate it in your own life. And it's so special. So I love an
Yeah.
autobiography. It's like those
Me too.
I just can't get into fiction very well. I like wish I would, but I don't. And unless it's historical fiction, then I'm like, all right, cool.
I like that
But
too.
I love a story. I love learning because everyone has a beautiful path, and there's so many neat little synchronicities along the way that I love to learn and see and witness in other people. So,
Oh,
and
yes.
I love to connect people also.
I do
It's
too,
like
it's so
you
fun.
do. I know that you do. I felt that from you the first time, and I'm like, she's a connector for sure. I love
Yes.
it. It's perfect.
It's interesting, one of my mentors, she's really big about writing your story, and,
Oh,
so as the memories come up, I've been really, really trying to write them down, like, I was having a bunch of memories I don't know, maybe I was about 8 or 9-ish, and they just kept flooding for, like, a whole week, all these little things that happened in that time, I'm like, "How do I even remember that what I was 8 then?"
it's
So,
awesome.
yeah, I think it's really cool, like, to write down because as
Yeah.
you remember these memories, which may have been, like, stored way in the back,
Right.
but you will help someone with your memories.
Yes.
And like, "I went through that. I did that, and I did
Yeah.
it this way. Well, how are you approaching it?"
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I love the curiosity part. It's like that's a kid thing. Like it's a child like every kid. That's why I love being around kids. It's like they're the wisdom keepers sometimes because we get into life and it's like we have responsibilities and all that. When you're a kid, you're just like, and not all kids have, that because
Yeah.
there's traumas and there's things that go on in little children's lives that are atrocious. And so it's just like there's part like when they're babies, like they have a wisdom that they came into the world with. And so I love it. I love being around my friends' kids. Like ever since, the beginning of time, I've always loved, and then so it's like the joy part, joy and curiosity, those things, those pillars of a childlike heart,
Mm,
it's good to tap into that. And I think especially traumas that people go through in adults, like it blocks that sometimes. So it's like like I love that you have the Choosing Joy podcast because that's not easy to do.
mm-mm.
And it's not a bypassing. Like that's what I love about how you talk about it.
Thank
Is
you.
it's not a bypassing. It's really it's not a toxic positivity. It's more of okay, these are the things that are in place that I'm recognizing are real. And how do I move through in the most productive way? And sometimes it is about choosing joy. It's like you gotta have some of those moments that are special that get you bridge the gap, right?
Thank you for seeing me, Juliana.
Yeah. Oh
Honestly,
yeah.
thank you so much. It's exactly,
Yeah.
exactly what I mean because things are gonna happen in your life,
Yeah.
but you get to choose how you respond or react to them, no
Yes.
matter what they are.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you're a great example of this. You have
It's not
chose
dismissing
joy.
the thing. I think it's important to walk through, like they say, dark night of the soul. It's part of the process. Sorry to say, everybody in the spiritual land that
Yeah.
doesn't want to, like, it's like that. That's always a, so not to get on like a tangent, but sometimes that's my hard part about being in the spiritual community sometimes is this yeah, like I want it to be authentic. It's like, yes, I love to be friendly and kind and like loving. And there's also times of reflection that's meant to be by yourself in isolation, and it's important to do the work. It's important to look in the mirror and see, where am I where am I doing some, like, where am I not showing up in
Yeah.
the best way? And that, I think in 2020, that really just, it like downloaded into my whole being, was like, okay, yes, there's all this stuff going around in the world right now. I see it, and I can jump in there and just get distracted of what work I need to do on myself. But I know, like, there was like a weight that meant, sit your ass on this cushion and do this work, or whatever.
Mhm.
Maybe it's not the cushion, but in my case, it was like a cushion, and it was like, do this work. You have to sit with these parts that you try to avoid, and like, my little kind self, can like bypass.
Yeah.
And it's like, do that and then integrate it. How's the integration working in your life? And let's do this in real time and with each other. And that means having hard conversations. That means bringing up things that are not comfortable. And
100%.
it's like curiosity, right? It's like, I recognized something the other day. It was like, when I'm feeling triggered by something, it's like, oh, instead of defending my point, how about I ask more questions? How about
Mhm.
I get a little curious? And then that leads to more of a connection. Maybe I don't agree with the person, or I don't align with what they're saying. That doesn't mean that it's not important what they're saying, and that I need to just slow my roll and, like, okay, why does that trigger me so much? And ask, like, oh, how did you come up with that? You
Yeah.
know? Oh,
Yes. Oh,
like,
yeah. I actually have a goal this year is to sit at tables with people I usually wouldn't sit with so that
ooh.
I can get triggered, so that I can
Mhm.
see people in a different light, because I know
Yeah.
that every time something bothers me about someone, it is something that is going on within me too. It's reflecting me. So,
Yeah.
and it doesn't, I mean, obviously certain things are going to bother you, but why does that bother you over and over? And what can you start to look at differently?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. For
So like
sure.
your event, sitting at a table, and you're going to sit at a table with people that you maybe wouldn't ever think of sitting with.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah.
"No, I got my people. I'm good over here." No, no, no. Expand, and
It's
like you said,
it's
curiosity
that
is so important.
time.
Yes.
It's time to rise in a different way, and that's when it's like uncomfortable not leaving and fleeing, right?
Mhm.
Or only surrounding yourself with people that you agree with. That's another thing. It's hard to it's hard. I struggle with it. I know it's hard.
Same.
It's like, oh my gosh, this is, and there's this way of like, okay, we are not going to get any further along evolutionary with each other in community if we can't sit with, why is this bothering me so much? And also speaking to the other part, and being a voice of something, and then having a conversation, having like nonviolent communication, which is something that's helped me tremendously. It's like, how do I feel? What do I think? And what do I need?
Mhm.
Oh, and then tending to that, not forcing other people to meet you where you're at, and
Yeah.
really meeting yourself, and then expressing the needs and accepting the answer from the other person that maybe they don't have the capacity for it. And
Mhm.
that's okay, right? And where can we find capacity for ourselves and sitting with those uncomfortable things? So yeah, it's like I've gone to women's events and I've gotten triggered, and it's like I'm uncomfortable. I don't want to go to some of my friends like, you do this stuff all the time. I'm like, I actually not comfortable with it. I'm anxious as hell. I am like socially awkward.
Same.
Really, truly. Like, I was nervous about this. It's like, and I still want to do it. I still want to try to push myself. So
Yes. Yeah, because
Yeah.
your mission matters and you putting it out there. And even if, nervous about going on the podcast or nervous about, you do a
Yeah.
lot of videos too. And a lot of people are afraid of that to like
I am. I
do
am.
yeah, but you do it. You have so many videos on your thing explaining so you can really be heard. And I feel like you can feel your energy and your emotion towards it through your videos. And that's great.
Oh, good. Well, I know Chris, my partner, he's like encouraging. He's like, because I was a few weeks ago, or maybe a month ago, I was like, maybe I shouldn't do this. Maybe I was the doubts. And so, my journey with sobriety has been so important. And also, plant medicine is really part of my journey too. And I'm beginning to learn how to use my voice with that because it's been a huge, um, catalyst to trauma healing and sitting with what is present. And it's not an avoidant thing, it's not an avoidant experience, it's really to come within. So I was in a journey and I was getting that my stomach hurt and I was like, oh my gosh. And it made me sit with what was present, which was I was scared and I was like, who am I to do any of this stuff? Right. And like, what do you have? So the subconscious of the traumas in the past came in and it was present in the psilocybin, the mushrooms were like, hey lady, listen up. I got something to share for you and you to pay attention to. And so I was having this was not that was in the medicine and I came to like releasing tears and Chris plays beautiful music. So I was listening to some of this piano and came to like, okay, all right, wow, that's tender and like I hear you, I feel you. And a couple weeks later, I was having kind of a feeling of like paralysis, what is it called? Um,
Analysis paralysis.
thank you. See, thank you. Paralysis. I'm like, what's
I don't know why I said analysis though. It was the only way I could remember.
this paralyzing kind of fear? And he's like, you know what? You just need to get on there and do a live and do a little do be yourself. And I'm like, okay. And so I was like, okay, I'll get on. So I did, and then it's like it did help me, and it pushed me through a little bit more. And I'm like, okay, I gotta show up. I gotta show up. So
Yeah.
he was firm with me. He was like, he was kind, and I was like, I just need. So what I need what I feel is I'm tender and I need just you to say, I believe in you. That's all. That's all I need. I really don't need you to tell. I already do it to myself. I already do the like thing. That's like, the drill sergeant inside, the inner critic is like, "Rah, rah, rah, rah. You should do this." And it's like, I know. And it's like, I just need, and he's like, I do believe it. So it's been fun to work with him and to tell him how I show up and I just am really honest with him. And sometimes it looks yucky and I don't love that. I don't love that like vulnerable place of feeling messy. And he's like, you're able to be untamed. Like it not doesn't have to look a certain way. And I'm like, okay.
My gosh, I'm in
So
love with Chris now. Come on.
he's funny. Well, he's like, we are stewards of this land and this property now and this life. We are stewards. And I love that. That's like a different way to show up and say, oh, yeah, that is true. We're stewards of this body and the spirit, right?
Mhm.
He doesn't really talk like that. That's how I talk. It's like we are in charge of this vessel this human suit that we wear, right? We're in charge of the what we do with it. So we have a responsibility and also a humor to it. We got to be like easy and gentle and not and just be laugh at ourselves when we're acting like too serious about life. you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
My favorite
Yeah.
thing is laughing, so
Ugh, so good for you.
I know
So
before we
good.
even started, we laughed really hard, cried pretty good,
yeah.
and then, like, had that neutral kind of zone as well. So, yeah, we
Yeah.
really went over every I think, I love laughing at myself.
You have to.
Like, why did I say analysis paralysis? It was the only way my brain could
No, that's
connect
what I was
to.
trying to come to because
I
you were
know.
feeling what I was like, what is that word? The term. I know there's some term. Yeah.
Oh, I want to bring up one more thing about your events because you recently held a screening of the M Factor 2 about
Yeah.
perimenopause.
Yeah.
And I heard from someone who attended it that it was wonderful and she was able
Oh,
to, have a chance to use her voice and speak about how she felt about it. And
oh.
so having that, like, I mean, you may have already known that, but like through the person that we both know, but uh I think that's really beautiful because when you're giving women
Mhm.
that space to really speak tenderly or how they need to, that's
Yeah.
amazing. And you had a good turnout for it too. I saw the
It was
pictures.
13 women. It was so
Oh,
cool.
13.
5 were not able to come, so it was almost going to be 20 women. And it was, I mean, it was a free slash donation event. Like, you purchase the rights, the licensing rights for the film. And
Mhm.
these women that um made this film happen, they were amazing. And the woman was emailing me personally. Like, I was kind of astounded by that. I thought that was really, really neat. It wasn't like some assistant to her. It was her. Joe was the woman. And so it was really special. I had watched the M Factor 1, the first
Mhm.
one in Colorado with a girlfriend of mine, Jamie, who's amazing, and I love her. And she, and I went to this viewing, and it was, I mean, we laughed, we cried. It was awesome. It was such, and then they had a Q&A after and a panel, and it was really, really cool, really informative. So when I got here, I was like, I have to, do this. And I didn't know where I was going to do it. I was just going to rent some space wherever there was space to rent and put on this event. And we've been blessed to have this beautiful property to host events. So I was like, you know what? I need to get my nerves out before the March event. So it was a little selfish on my part. I was
It's
like, I'm just
okay.
going to host it and we're going to watch this movie. We have this. So when Chris and when I first came back for the first time after we got back together to come home to visit, he surprised my son with me flying in on Easter. And I was like, "I want you to watch this movie with me." And he's like, "I don't have a TV." And I was like, "Okay, well, let's go get one for like $100." He goes, he's extravagant. He's a Taurus rising. Of course, it's like, I have to have the best. And he's like, "Let's go to Best Buy." So he asked the sales guy, "What's the best? What's the best of the best?" So we get this big 77 screen TV to watch one movie. Okay, and it's surround sound too. I'm like, Chris, this is not necessary. Like, I can watch it on a 30-inch, 32-inch, whatever, 24, I don't care, inch screen TV. What? So he said to me the other day, "Aren't you glad I like nice, you know what?" And I said, "Yup." So we hosted the screening on this really cool uh, big screen TV in our basement, and it's kind of like a library setting. And we set up the chairs, and it was really cool. And then after, we had a circle with the women and just an open discussion. It was really just to hear. So we had a doctor, an MD that specializes in menopause and perimenopause. She was there. Her nurse, one of her nurses, was there. My friend Val, she was my hostess, co-coordinator. She's a therapist in Ann Arbor, and she's gone through her own journey of perimenopause and menopause. And she helps women also with the mental health. And she has so many resources. She was amazing. She brought all these printouts, and we just opened a discussion. So there was like the medical part, and then there was a woman that brought up another part, which was differing. And it was neat to have that talk about just the all encompassing, like Val brought it in, she kind of brought it to like biopsychosocial. So, and then I thought another part would be spiritual. There's like 4 components to, there's a vast variety of topics and things to consider because we're biologically like human, right?
Mhm.
We have a body that deteriorates over time, right? And that's real, and science is real. And there's also a spiritual component. There's also like a mental component, and then there's also the social component. So it was neat. I loved just seeing the connections that was happening before. We started a little later, and so there was this like conversations over. Jenna was making mocktails for everybody, and she was amazing, and she's 25, and she was just it was I could cry because it was so cool to like have her there, and she was like not she's not even close. She doesn't even have a child yet. Like she's not even in the childbearing parts of her life if they choose to do that.
Yeah.
And she was just honoring the women in such a way that was so special. Um, Gosh, it was so cool. So it was like 25 to, gosh, I don't know who was the oldest, but my mom was there and she's 71. Oh gosh, I don't know.
Okay.
In
Beautiful.
her 70s. So that's pretty cool. So that was neat. And, some had already been through the process of menopause and postmenopausal. Some are in, like, I'm 46. I just turned 46 last Monday. So I'm starting the journey of perimenopause, and you know so it's neat, and there's so many steps of the way, and there's so many everyone has their own um experience with it, and it's not the same for everyone, just like autoimmune diseases. That's another thing that everyone has their own symptoms with the process, and we're all going through it at varying stages. And what I loved about the documentary was they talked about this wave of, it's not really predictable, and that's okay. It's like just opening the discussion is the part that's beautiful, you know. So I loved being able to have the space to host women to talk about this stuff. So yeah.
So cool. And those chairs.
It's so neat. I know they're comfortable too. Actually, I'm sitting on one right now.
Oh, you have to
So
have like a whole photo shoot down there with one of those chairs.
right. Oh yeah.
I know it's such a silly thing to say, but I saw those chairs. I was like, how'd she get all those? Did they come with I couldn't wait to ask you that question.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's really amazing.
Oh,
Oh,
and the day that we went to get the chairs, there was a bald eagle flying in front of our truck. And like the eagle is really calling to something to me, and it's really a special bird and animal in my life,
mhm.
as well as many others, but it's been coming up recently a lot. So I wonder if there's a bald eagle like family on our property. I haven't ventured out into the 22 acres yet because it's
Yeah.
been very cold. And I can't wait to. I can't wait to take women on walks through, in the summer.
Mhm.
I've heard it's beautiful on the property, so can't wait for that.
Oh, I wanna be one of the women that go on the walk. I love those.
Yeah. I want you there. I want you there too.
Oh, good. So, the event coming up, March 14th,
Yeah.
10 to 4 with the bonus things, and the night
Yes.
before, March 13th.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
so that's a great
Mocktails and more.
opportunity. Yes. Yeah,
Yeah,
great
if you're
opportunity.
curious, if you're curious about what it is, I
Mhm.
encourage everyone to come Friday night because it's just a gathering of people, humans, and yeah, we'll have mocktails, so those will be there will be a fee for mocktails, and the event is free, just to take care of the supplies that we have providing for the people that show up that night. But it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be a gathering. I hope to have a woman that's doing. I have to follow up with her She has Elements Wellness, and she does B12 and like NAD shots. She does all of these IV drips. So she's
Mm,
really neat, and I would love for her to join on Friday night. I'm hoping that she can. I have to, like I said, follow up with her, but she's a local woman that does these pop-ups, so I'm hoping to have that. And then also, we'll have at the Reclaim event. I'm so excited. I'm gonna order. I'm getting with my son's girlfriend Jenna, her friend Grace, who is a tattoo artist, and she's gonna be doing temporary tattoos, and we have like 8 chosen templates, and we're gonna order those. So I'm gonna talk with her today, and she'll be there, I think, on Friday and Saturday doing that. Just, and maybe henna, I'm not sure yet, but she'll be there as a offering. And so a couple of the things, it's like our Reclaim brand, right? Our little branding. And then we have like some really beautiful there's like the heart one, and then like a feather and a plant one. So there's some really beautiful ones she's curated. She is such a great artist. And she's young, and so I want to support her.
mhm.
And so it's really cool. So yeah, there's gonna be some neat little surprises. And I'm hoping, I'm working on a lot of things at the moment. This new, and this is a surprise, however, I'm going to just leak it right here, that I am creating a podcast. And so we'll have the event is the live event, and that will continue, and I'll have guest speakers talking about their stories. So that will be Reclaim the Podcast, coming soon. So it's a goal of mine, and I'm excited about that. And you're an inspiration for that also.
Thank you.
Like, I was like, "She does a podcast? What?" Like, 'cause I cut your hair, and I did, we did that little hair ceremony, and it's, like, beautiful. I didn't even know until you may have shared that with me, and then it just, I had so much going on, but I'm so excited and proud of you too. That's
Oh, thank
awesome.
you. Thank you. I mean,
Yeah, and your products too. Your
well,
products. They're so good. I have them at home, and
yeah,
I
I brought
wanted
you a
to ask
bag.
you. So I have this stinging nettle little salve. Is that from you, or is that because I had another woman that gave me some things, but it didn't have the name. So I
Mine
don't
would have the
know.
names on it probably.
Okay. All right. So
But
that
yeah,
was
I mean, I make that as well, but I
the
know
oil.
I don't only usually like the live events that I do, like if I, at a show or something, do I bring like teas or, salves or other, tinctures and things like that. So,
Mm.
yeah, I think a lot of people
Yes.
don't even realize I do that. It's a whole
Oh, it's
nother.
so cool.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that's
you
so fun.
you were so gracious. I think the first day I met you, you brought me a gift, and
Yeah,
I was like, "What?
I'm a
What can I
gift
do for
giver. It's
you?"
my love language.
I
Just
love
deal with it,
that.
right?
I love that. I love it. I was like, the face oil was so
Yeah, yep.
nice. And anyways, I
I know I
love
love
that.
that oil. Oh, I use it all the time. I have it on my face right now. Sometimes it's like I put on too much, in the winter you need a little extra, in the summer only
Oh,
a little drop.
yes.
And
Yes.
yeah. Oh, I just
Like,
think it's so
soak
fun like
it
that.
up.
Yes. Like that you're doing like the event the night before and then in the morning that people can, even if they don't buy things, but like the
Yeah.
vendors love talking to people
Yes.
and you learn so much about like why they're creating this or like
Yes.
why they're doing this or that. And that's
Yes.
fun. It's just so fun.
I love that part. So I've been a vendor before.
Mhm.
Doing astrology readings, building that. And so a lot of times it's not even the people I meet that I get to, like, do a reading for. It's wonderful. It's really meeting the other vendors at the event that I love. That's how I met Jessica with
Yeah.
Anchored Roots, like, and that's how I met you, through her. And so she has been like an amazing part of the process of just she's been kind of a, what do you call it, catalyst and she's been doing things with market spaces and vending events. And I want a different word for vendor, and I don't know what is that,
I think
because
about
it's
it too.
like I love to play with words. Like the
Yeah.
poetic part of me is
Yeah,
always
there's a
trying to
better
be
name for
creative.
sure.
I know.
Yeah.
I love a thesaurus. That's like one of my favorite things to just pop in words and then find different words that mean the same thing. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to think about this too, because it would like, yeah, that's really good. And I find it interesting when you meet the other vendors too, like then you can like collaborate and do all these things. That has
Yes.
happened so much for me
Yes.
lately, and I'm very
So
grateful
cool.
for it.
I
Yeah.
know. It's about
Oh,
building
I'm having
community.
ideas.
Ooh,
I'm
yay.
having
I love
ideas
it.
for you right now come through. For your I'm gonna
Good.
keep it a secret though, I'm not gonna talk about it on the podcast, I'll tell you
Okay.
afterwards. I have a couple things
Okay,
that just came
perfect.
through for
I
events.
love it. I
What was
love
I just gonna say too? Oh, do you remember you cut my hair and then we didn't see each other for a long time, and then we were both at an event
Oh yeah.
vending, and then we're like, "I know you. How do I know you?" Like, we spent hours together and we
I
couldn't
know. I'm
remember.
like, oh my God, your energy feels so familiar. And then
And
and then it came in.
it was super funny that we didn't know
I
that.
had just moved back the night before.
Yes!
I had like okay, so I was in Colorado. My mom and we drove out Thursday morning or whatever, mid morning, and we arrived Friday. We pulled into the driveway at 5:55. Or our arrival time was 5:55, which was so cool. And funny, I we live on Sexton Road right now, but Jewel is connected. Well, I was on Jewel Road in Colorado, and I lived on Jewel Circle when I lived in Colorado. And I'm like, what? And when I got the call from Chris's mom to tell me that she talked to Chris and that he wanted to talk to me, I was driving down Jewel Avenue or Road or whatever in Colorado, and it was just like a full circle moment. And I pulled in Friday night, and we went to dinner, my mom and Chris and I, and it was wonderful. And then the next day, I was like, I'm going to this event. Bye. I'll see you later. And so, I came and I saw my friend Avery, oh, she's
I know her
amazing.
as
She's the
well.
young lady with the
Yeah.
crystals. And then I saw you and then Jessica, and like, it was just such a good day. So good. That was in June. So it
Yes.
was like, you. So cool. I'm so glad we figured it out pretty quickly.
I know, I kept
I really
staring at you
like
like
it.
a weirdo. I'm like, I know her.
Like, of course we do. I got your hair like, oh,
I think
but
I actually asked Jessica, I'm like, I think I know her. And then she just like burst out laughing. Of course you do. She cut your hair. It's such a personal
oh,
experience to have your hair cut too. I take this
right?
like very seriously. Like I
Yes,
think I told you for 10 years before that, my husband helped me cut my hair a little bit and I only cut my own hair.
yeah,
And you
I
were the first
know.
person I allowed.
I know. So that's another thing that I find very sacred and
Mm,
an honor and a responsibility. I take it
mhm,
very seriously because holding space, my heart is in your crown, right? When I'm doing someone's hair, I'm in their energy field, and we forget sometimes, like as hairstylists. So years ago, I was going through anxiety stuff, and I worked in a 40 chair salon. So it was like a spiritual battleground, like literally. I'm like, okay, I'm going in. My mentor at the time was like, be a tree, be a tree, go in, root in, go in the bathroom, whatever you got to do, root in, girl. Like you're coming into, and I'm like, okay. So that kind of started my journey of my own process of healing nervous system and working with myself and all of the things that had happened prior to and integrating that into my regular life and also holding space. That was like I've been holding space since I was 18 years old for people physically with their hair, and there's more to it than just the physical manifestation of this antenna, this spiritual antenna we grow out of our heads. It's in our crown. So it's such a, I've always shared this with younger stylists that want to listen. It's like you're responsible for them physically, energetically, and it's not like you're in charge of their. just in that time frame, that small window of you're there, and so it's your job to like keep yourself aligned and take care of your nervous system as best as you can, because it can be draining. And so
Mhm.
it's like, how do we create a symbiotic, like nourishing experience for both parties? And that's where it's like leveling up in the hairstylist world. And I always feel really called to share that with women. It's like, or men, whatever, whoever in the hair world or service world. It's like holding space for people is really an honor, and people are vulnerable. I don't like being in the chair myself as much. It's like a vulnerable space. I found someone that holds space for me, and so it's like I really value people's time and energy and choice in choosing me to do that. And it's not it's very important, I think, in choosing a stylist and choosing whoever you choose to hold space for you. I think it's important to listen if it doesn't feel right, just to get curious with that. And then what is it, And so instead of like, I think sometimes we get in these situations, it's like, no, I have to keep doing it because it's like, I always tell people, it's like, if it doesn't work anymore, then it's okay. Like,
Yeah.
I want you to find the right person for you,
Mm.
right? There's someone special for you, and I might not be for everyone. That's okay. I don't need to be.
It's
It might
too
trigger
much
me a
if you
little bit if
are.
I hear that. It might trigger me a little bit to hear that. It might hurt my feelings a little bit. But it's my like it's my job to walk through that and to have a different perspective and to allow other people their choice. I want my choice. So, I think it's important. So,
Yeah. Oh, my
yeah.
boys both fell deeply in love with you when you
I
cut their
love them.
hair.
So cool. Individually, they're so cool. And then I love that they care for each other too. They're like best buds, seems like. I mean, that's really cool.
Boy.
That's really rare. They're close, it seems like.
Yeah, they're so sweet. They both went on different times and they both had super long hair when they went in because they hadn't cut their hair at all. Jude's was long enough to donate. Lucian's
Yes.
was not because his hair is so curly. And they
Yeah.
both, I mean, they just love it. And you help them how to style the hair and like
Oh.
gave them the confidence around that and they feel good. Yeah, they're excited for their
Oh.
next hairstyle. They don't even know, like we never do. What do we do? My husband's the only person who gets his hair cut like regularly. He's got his guy at the barber shop or whatever
Yeah.
that he always
Oh,
goes to.
I love it. I love a
And then
barbershop.
yeah, yeah. I don't even know if they
So
talk. It's really weird. He's really quiet, so that's fine if they don't. But yeah. I taught this group gathering at a hair salon one time, and the girl was very specific. She had taken my joy class at a retreat and said, "Will you teach this here?" I'm like, "Well, let's cater it specifically." Because I feel like hairstylists are so it's so important and so special because you can share. I don't know why you sit in that chair and you're like, "And here's my life story.
yes.
I'm so
And
sorry,
then
but
it
here
all
it is."
started.
Yeah, just here it is. And then you give advice. I mean, every hairstylist I've ever had held space so beautifully. So I hope all the hairstylists out there are treating
Out
themselves.
there.
Yeah, just
It's
treat
a it's
yourself.
a it's a very important role.
It
It
is.
really I think it is, and I definitely went through a phase of like, "Oh, this is so superficial," and, like, I was gonna go back to school and be a nutritionist or a dietitian or whatever. I was gonna do something different, and then I thought, "You know what? Actually, I have the spot right here to learn. I get to learn so much about so many different professions. I get to
Mm,
learn about lives. I got to be a better mom because of it, because I had moms in my chair. I would ask them questions. I got like, and I remember a teacher, a guy named Steve, teacher that was my client. He goes, "You have a really cool opportunity to learn about so much." And I'm like, "You're right. Oh my gosh, I didn't even recognize that." It's
yeah.
like it's like, wow, so being intentional with that, and yeah, and I just think some people have trauma with hair
Oh,
experiences.
I
And
did.
so on the other end of it, I have a responsibility to find out what that was and then like hear what worked, what didn't work and give that opportunity and space to have your voice. Like, and I think listening, because I think before it was like performative when I was young. I was like, oh my gosh, I have a responsibility to perform, and I do to a certain extent, because you can't be like, life sucks and I hate everything, like sometimes you have those people you can be real with and stuff. And it's also like, don't be performative, be like connected, be connected with people. And, just, it's like, yeah, you're holding space and listening. And I think listening's so helpful, you know. That's the number one thing people come and I'll say, what they've had a bad experience. Like, what was it? Tell me. Like, what did it feel like? What did you experience? And they said, number one thing is, I didn't feel like they listened to me. They just did what they wanted. And I'm like, that's awful. I'm so sorry you had that experience. And I always say, please, no matter what day, if we've known each other 10 years or just a day, like if you don't like something and I don't know, I can't do anything. But if you tell me, I'm like the least offended person when it comes to hair. It's like, it's not me. I'm not wearing your hair. You are. Like, so tell
Yeah.
me so I can do better and I can learn. I do better when I know. If I don't know, then I can't do anything. So, you know.
Yeah. You're allowed to be specific. It's okay. You can want
Yes,
what you want.
this is your time to claim your spot, right?
Yeah.
So I just want people to feel that when they're with me with whatever I'm doing with them.
Yeah.
So
I'm so grateful
yeah,
for you.
so
Just
grateful for you.
I'm so flipping grateful for you. I look like a crazy person saying it. No, but
Oh, thank
even
you.
Jessica has said, it's such a spiritual experience having our hair cut by you. Like
Oh, thanks.
really,
That's
I mean, it
cool.
really is. So when I asked my boys even about cutting their hair, I said, this is kind of a different experience. You're going to go in, it's going to be very much, it's just going to be a little bit different. And I think and I also said, well, you love Jessica, you're going to love Juliana because, there is a similar energy, obviously, that is
Oh,
really special that I've attracted you two together too as friends. So
yes, yes,
I want to go roller skating with you and her, and Jude wants to go
yes.
too. Yes.
Please.
I need
Oh my
lessons
gosh.
though. I need
We
like a
went on
tip.
Thursday. Last week we
I
went
saw
Thursday to
that.
Riverside. Like shout out to Riverside. It was so fun.
I
Oh,
know. I
so
really
fun.
want to go. I'm afraid to do that like crossover step because
Well,
I'm
I'll
afraid
help
I'm gonna
you.
fall. Yeah,
Oh, I'll help
I have
you.
really nice
It's
roller skates too, and so does
wherever
Jude.
shoulders, wherever you're pointing your shoulders to or your eyes, whatever that is, right?
Uh-huh.
You go. So you don't ever have to like really like turn. It's more like move just so wherever your shoulders are, where you're gonna move your body,
Oh,
and
that's a great.
your skates will follow. So it's like roller skating, like is freedom for me. Roller skating, I feel like my mind is going miles a minute, and I finally catch up. I'm like at the speed of my mind when I'm moving on my skates. And it's like a meditation almost. It's like I don't even think about it. It's just I go. It's like I did so much skating out in Colorado. There's such a great I miss my skating community so much. Shout out to skating in Colorado. They're so good. And
Oh,
there's so much like adult skating. So
good.
that's like a childlike joy. Like I find joy with roller skating. And my grandma was a roller skater too. So she was cool. She was like such a little badass. She so my great aunt is still alive, and she told me a story this summer about my grandma. Grandma used to do the twirls. So she put her skates on someone's behind their shoulders, wherever they would twirl her around. And my aunt told me that her sister used to have a match in her mouth and she'd hit the floor with the match and light it. And I'm
She's so
like,
cool.
what? She's so cool. Wow. Like, so neat. She was such a, so cool. And I feel her all the time with me. Like, not always, but she'll give me signs and I'm like, hi. Oh my gosh. I
Mm,
love you. So, yeah. It's, yeah, it's a freedom.
yeah,
So,
you're so cool. I'm like
you're
staring at
cool.
you. You're so cool.
You're so cool. Love you.
I just like
Man,
fall in love with people so hard. It's
I
not
do too. I'm like a love bomber. And like, and it's not put on a straight It's like real.
I
You'll know if
know.
I love you. Like, it's like I usually can find something special about each person,
Same.
even when they trigger the shit out of me.
I
Excuse
can
my language. It's like, even if they do, it's like there's something there for me to recognize about myself and grow, right?
yes, yeah. I can see the light in all people,
Oh,
everyone. And I
yeah,
think
that's a
it's
gift.
it's a gift that, slowly grew stronger after lots of angry years.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you get the contrast, right? You know
Yeah.
that light because you've been in the dark and you've seen the dark in people.
Yes,
And everyone has the capacity for both. And
they
that's,
do.
you know,
It's so beautiful. Aw. I just love how you've spoke about everything, and I love that we've covered many different topics from like roller skating to reclaim.
yes. Yes.
Oh,
So good.
oh, it's so, so good. So,
Oh,
you know what time it is.
I do. I do.
Rapid fire questions. And I've gotten
Okay.
always wanted to come up with a different name for that, and I didn't because it's
Take
cool
it.
as it is.
Rapid fire's like Phoenix energy, right?
Yes, and it doesn't even have you don't even have to answer fast if you don't. You can take 10 minutes on I don't
Okay.
really.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Which way do you like to drink it?
Oh, I both, but um I really prefer cold. I love cold
Mm,
coffee. However, in the morning I need a hot cup. So
yeah.
both. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm a Pisces rising, so it's like I don't know. What do I want today? It's like, who knows?
I understand I live deep in Pisces energy.
And I like I like iced tea over hot
Mm,
tea. However, as my maturity comes and I evolve, I love a hot tea and I've found some good ones.
perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect. What is your favorite book of all time or what you're reading now?
Oh Lord, huh? Man.
You may
Oh
list more
Lord.
than one.
Oh, this is a tough one. So one first uh fun fact, I have a hard time reading. I think I'm undiagnosed ADHD. So I like to listen and
Mm,
read along, and I love a highlighter. So one book, let's see. God, it's like I have to like, oh, you know what? So my young self, my teenage angsty self,
mhm.
I loved Go Ask Alice. Like, I forgot about her. I forgot about that one, but that is like the dark, dark girl, and I emo like all the way. It was like I did a book report. I mean, that was my favorite, hands down favorite book. But I don't know now. It's like so many. The Alchemist is cool, also.
Yes.
You
Yes.
know, that's a fiction, but it's kind of like a biography in some ways too.
Mhm. Yeah, you mentioned you love biographies.
Yeah, love it. So
Do you have
that
a
Go Ask
certain
Alice. I'm gonna
biography
have to
that you love?
reread that one.
Which one, the
Go Ask,
Alice one or the
yeah,
Alchemist?
Go Ask Alice.
I wrote it down because
Yeah, you
I've
gotta check
never
it.
heard
It's
of
a
this.
quick one. It's a small little black book from what I remember.
Yes.
Yeah, it's about a tormented girl.
It's a perfect thing to read when you're a teenager. It's like that time
It
you need to go
is.
through that though,
It's like a
right?
rite of passage. You have to
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Yeah, I
You need to
actually
have
told my
that.
husband the other day, I'm like, "Did you ever just, like, go spend time in graveyards or, like, leave your house with, like, a satchel because you were running away even though your life was perfectly fine as it was?"
Yes.
He's like,
Yes.
"No." And I'm like,
I did.
"Oh, you missed out." Me too. I, like, spent so much time in the graveyard, and then I spent so much time I told my I would make an announcement, "I'm running away." I'd be back, like, an hour later because all I
I
brought was
know.
1 cracker or something.
Yeah, I did that. I ran into the corner of the neighborhood, and then it's like nobody knows that I left. Like, I
Yeah, they don't even care. Who I'll just go
was
back,
like
I guess. I'm
6 or
hungry.
5 or so stupid. It's so funny, I love it.
I love it so much too. Okay. What are your zodiac signs?
Ooh, okay, so I'm a double Aquarian new moon eclipse baby.
Mhm.
So sun and moon in Aquarius and Pisces rising, Mercury in Pisces. So that's where it's a little challenging. And actually, we're coming up on a retrograde. Buckle up. And it's in Pisces, which is in its fall, and it's tough. So here's what I know about Pisces, Mercury and Pisces is that the vast uh, ocean of wisdom can not be funneled into this brain of mine. It's really, really difficult to articulate all of the vast things that I feel, because it's a watery sign. And I'm the Pisces rising, so that's like kind of that's how people feel that from me when they meet me, maybe. I don't know.
Mhm.
Um so my goal with having those challenges is to be more communicative, clearer. Like clarity is a big thing I've been working on.
Mhm.
And this event is bringing that opportunity to the surface. To be a little bit more organized. And I do have a stellium, which is 3 planets or more in a sign. I have 3 planets in Virgo. I have Jupiter, Mars, and Saturn. So that's part. It's just it's kind of a weird placement. Some of them are not comfortable in Virgo. So yeah. Yep.
You've been placed here on Earth to learn this time around, so
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's true. Saturn kicks my butt
Oh,
sometimes. Yeah.
well, that's a unique well, while we're on the topic of kind of in the same thing, what is your human design?
So I'm a generator. I believe on the 3, 5. And I can't remember what those I forget. But generator. So I'm a busy lady.
So that probably works really
Yeah.
well though with all the Pisces energy because it's more flowy, but then you want to do a lot of things or you are capable of a lot of things, a lot of energy put out in one day.
Yeah.
And some
Yeah.
other human designs do not have that.
Yeah.
They need
Yeah.
lots of downtime.
Mm, Yeah, in astrology in my chart, I have more mutable energy, which is so there's cardinal, which is the starter, fixed, which is the stable, and then mutable, which is the one that's flexible. I have a lot of that. Cardinal, I have a hard time starting, so I need other people in my life to really like push me or ask me, and then I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Like if anyone's like, okay, this is when I need you here. Okay, all right. But if I have to be the one that's like, I'm like, I don't want, like, it's hard to start for me. So,
That's
yeah.
beautiful. Sometimes people have a very hard time finishing something,
Yeah, I'm
or
a
you know
good
what I
finisher.
mean?
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. So
I
these are
love
things that
that.
you have to practice, obviously,
Yeah.
sometimes, like all these
Yes.
different stages and places of
Yes.
your existence, right?
Yeah. For real. For real. Yes.
Beautiful. What is one of your favorite places you've ever traveled?
Man, I love Joshua Tree and the Arb in Ann Arbor. Like the little forest part, little fairy in me loves to go to the Arb. It's like one of my favorite places in the world. And it's right in Ann Arbor. So it's every person I've met over the course of it's like go if you go to Ann Arbor, go to the Arb. It's it's awesome. And the cemetery's right there too.
The cemetery, I mean,
Yeah.
If I could
Yeah,
talk about some, I could start a whole other podcast on just cemeteries,
I
but
know.
I'm
Yeah.
obsessed.
Joshua Tree feels the alien like. The trees are so cool. Such it's like Dr. Seuss land. And it's all the same, but it's just I don't know, there's something there.
Hmm.
Something there. Kauai, another place that's like very so there's like boom, boom, boom. There's a couple little landing spots that I knew I needed to go to. I didn't know why. They called me there, but yeah, those are pretty special.
Beautiful. What's your favorite color?
Black. I know it's
The
yeah,
wing.
I had someone tell me in my life, like, that's not a color. I'm like, I don't care, it is.
I'll take it.
If I were, but if I were to choose, I have like seasons of like favorite, like right now, peach and coral like are calling my name. So that's the reclaim branding colors, gold, cream, and coral or peach. So that's like on my heart right now, which is like a heart color, right?
Hmm.
But to wear black is like go to
Same.
always. It's the diehard hairstylist in me. It's like I gotta wear black. And the angsty teenagers, it's like, yeah, it's so funny. My partner's the same way. He wears black all the time. It's like he has like a funny, like he is like a uniformed black everything, everything. It's so funny. He's
It's like
still
really
like
fun.
that. He was like that when I met him when he was we were like I think 19 and 22 when we met or 18 and 21. Always. And we both wore black. Like we were like the black couple, couple in black, or whatever.
Aw,
Yeah.
I love
It's
it.
funny. Yeah.
What is your favorite place to be?
Hmm. What is my favorite place to be? Okay. So if I lay down, my favorite thing to view is the trees and how they like sway above your head. Like when you're looking up and you're laying on a ground, that is one of my favorite things, like, favorite things to do, and I could do it for hours. It's a Pisces in me, I swear, it's like, because there's just like, they speak to each other, and they talk, and they communicate, even if we don't it's like there's, like, something special when we stop and look up and see that. It's
Mm,
yeah,
I
that's
love
one of my
that so much.
favorites.
What's your
Yeah.
favorite number?
8.
Why 8?
It was like my soccer number when I was a kid.
Okay.
1, 2, I don't know, the infinity and just what it represents. And we're actually, this is a number 8 house abundance. So
Hmm.
I'm hoping not just financially, it's like abundance and health, wealth, and like love and all the things. So I hope that that's created for everyone to feel that when they come into the space.
They will. Yes. Okay, my last question for you is what does joy mean to you?
Well, it's my middle name. So it's like and it's my mom's name too. So just I think it's just that connection to what is present, even if it's hard. And that's when it's really the the challenging time to feel it. Like even when it's like your heart is breaking into a million pieces, if you can know that it's meant for you and it's supposed to happen, like that's joy. That can be joy. And then, like, when you witness the most beautiful thing happening, that's joy too. And if you can find it in all of the facets of life, that's, you know, the middle ground, right? Like, that's my middle name. So it's like the middle ground instead of the extremes of this or that. It's like all is welcome. I think that's, I think that's a big part of the capacity to experience joy.
Thank you so much, Juliana, for being on the podcast. I'm so
Thank you.
grateful for more people
Uh,
to get to know you too.
Thank you. Thanks. That was fun. That was fun. That was like a fun little journey and remembrance,
Yes.
sisterhood for sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You've been listening to the Choosing Joy podcast with me, Jody Lynn Turpin. Be gentle with yourself, trust the timing, and keep choosing joy again and again.